I'm staring at the ribbon they tied to my rearview mirror like a noose made of satin, and I realize I've been bleeding money, dignity, and years into a family that keeps a ledger in my name but never asks if I'm still breathing. My name is Elias. 35. Clinical psychologist. I spend my days teaching strangers how to draw lines in sand while my own shoreline keeps washing away. I drive a graphite gray 2018 coupe, second-hand, but I restored every inch myself. Heated the leather with my own palms on Sunday mornings, logged every oil change like a love letter to the only thing that never asked for a cosign. My sister, Lila, is 28 going on entitled. She speaks in emojis and emergencies. Mom believes firstborn is a job title with a salary she can spend. Dad orbits above the drama until the credit card bill lands, then descends like a gull. That's the household. I thought the wedding would just be another Tuesday in a tux. The ballroom smelled of peonies and panic. I had a toast folded in my pocket, 3 lines, safe, forgettable. I was wrong. Moments before the mic drop, I caught Lila sliding my spare fob into her clutch like a magician palming a coin. She saw me see her. Smiled like we shared a secret. We didn't. Mom seized the microphone mid-salad course. Everyone, a surprise. Elias is gifting Lila his car as a wedding present. The room clapped the way people clap at car crashes, polite, horrified. I felt every eye land on the key on my bread plate. My pulse became a drum solo. Then a woman I'd never seen, charcoal suit, courtroom voice, rose from the groom's side. Touch his property again, she said, and you'll discover what forfeiture feels like. Silence so thick you could slice it with the butter knife. Mom's smile fractured. Lila's pupils dilated like she'd mainlined greed. I stayed seated. The first lie had been spoken for me, I refused to stand inside it. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst began in increments, years of them. Grad school, I poured lattes at 5 a.m., counseled sliding scale clients at 7 p.m., slept in my car between. Every dollar I earned, Mom translated into family buffer. Lila's tuition glitch, $9,400. Temporary, Dad promised, eyes on the menu. Never repaid. Security deposit. Interview suit. Just until the influencer checks clear. Each time I said yes, my ribcage shrank a size. Then the car. My one non-negotiable. Group chat rot, brunch shoot, need the coupe, insurance will cover. I typed no. Mom sent eye-roll gifs. Dad thumbs up the theft. Mom added herself as emergency contact at my practice, screened my calls, whispered, he's with VIPs. I changed the locks, the passwords, the voicemail. Wedding spreadsheets arrived, Elias, final balance $18,000, venue expects today. I replied I was never consulted. Mom, we already told them you're good for it. I stared until the screen blurred. Typed no. Phone rang. You're cruel. Click. Dad's lunch ambush, one wedding, son. Check slid across like a bribe. Dress emergency FaceTime, Lila under boutique halogens, deposit today or I lose the dream price. I said, then lose it. Family poll, should Elias be supportive? Green hearts reigned. I left the chat. Certified letter, policy change adding Lila as primary driver. My forged signature perfect as a passport stamp. I voided it, added, owner in person only, started a folder labeled evidence. 3 weeks out, Mom sobbed for $15K. Dreams have budgets, I said. She called me cold. 2 weeks, Dad texted, display the car outside, photos. I left him on read. Morning of, Mom, bring both fobs. I parked behind a pillar, nose out, like the car could sense ambush. Mic announcement. Stranger's gavel. I stood. Not rage. Precision. Walk to the stage. Calm as a blade when you sharpen it for years. Congratulations, Lila. Leo. Room exhaled. Correction, I said, eyes on Mom. The car is not a gift. Mom's smile became a wire. I love my sister, I continued. But my car is mine. Title. Payments. Scars on the leather from nights I slept in it to finish my degree. Mine. A fork clattered. Mom lunged for the mic. I stepped aside. Don't make a scene, she hissed. You already did. Lila, voice trembling, you're embarrassing me. Promising what isn't yours is embarrassing. I raised my phone. Screen glow lit the front row. March 12th forged insurance form. April 2nd, venue invoice in my name. April 10th, getaway car rental, my plates. I blocked every one. Dad studied his napkin. Leo half rose, I didn't know. The stranger nodded. Good. Lila, it's just a car. No, I said. It's consent. I handed the mic to the DJ, not Mom. Walked off. Did not grab keys. Did not leave. Danced with my niece. Clapped for cake. Stayed. Midnight. Parking lot. My car ribbon on the mirror like a surrender flag. I untied it. Then I saw the envelope under the wiper. Heavy stock. My name in Mom's calligraphy. Inside a quitclaim deed. My car transferred to Lila. Signature line blank, except mine was already there. Forged again. Notarized 2 days ago by a family friend. They planned to file it Monday. I stood under the sodium light, deed shaking in my hand, and understood, this wasn't greed. This was identity theft dressed as love. They didn't want the car. They wanted the version of me that never says no. And they were ready to erase the version that finally did. I drove home at 2 a.m., deed on the passenger seat like a corpse. Next morning I sat with Renee, estate attorney, stranger from table 12. She drafted a cease and desist before coffee cooled. I locked accounts, changed titles, added voice print verification. The silence that followed wasn't peace. It was oxygen. I still flinch when my phone buzzes. I still check the locks twice. But I kept the car. I kept me. If forgiveness is a door, mine has a deadbolt now. Tell me, if they came for your last line in the sand, would you hand them the shovel? Comment below. I read everyone.